Hello and welcome to Grim Survival. I'm back. Today is the 21st. Yeah, the 21st. August 21st, 2019, and I'm going to talk about World War III, or the possibilities of that. I have not titled this video yet, but if you get a clickbait title, I'm not sorry. Keep that in mind. It's not above me whatsoever to do such things to you. Anyway, World War III, is it possible? Of course it's possible. It's always possible. People are inherently, who's is bigger, and wah, we need this, and you have it, give it to me, I'm taking it, kind of thing. That's, human nature. The grass is greener on the other side. We always have what we can't have, or want what we can't have. We always, some of us take what we shouldn't, or something. I don't know. Anyway, point of the matter is of course it's possible. If you watched any kind of news or read any headlines at all lately, you would know that we are on the brink. I like saying that, on the brink. That's a funny thing to say. Brink of war. Yeah, it's happening. The United States and Russia have both pulled out of the I forget the name of the treaty, but anyway, it's a treaty that prevents you from making ground-based long-range cruise missiles that are capable of carrying nuclear warheads and basically annihilating everybody. So, yeah, it's kind of grim, isn't it? That we're pulling out of treaties. Not only are we pulling out of the treaties, the United States has posted videos and outright admitted that they had tested such a weapon, cruise missiles that anywhere over 500 kilometers, which, do the math in miles. I don't work on metric systems and kilometers. And yeah, I'm American, so miles. Tell me miles. All they told me was the kilometers, and I didn't look it up because, I don't really remember and I don't really care. But anyway, point of the matter is that they can shoot it a very long way, and it will annihilate anything. Nuclear weapons, of course. We keep threatening Iran, which is allied with Russia and China, and Russia and China keep telling us to stop it. If you don't, we're going to, kick you. Yeah, anyway. So, we have threatened nuclear war in the eyes of most of the world. We have threatened to nuke Iran, obliterate your country, I think is what Donald Trump, the president, said. Obliterate. How do you obliterate someone without a nuclear weapon? It would take a long time. It really would. So, nuclear weapon makes obliteration quite quick, simple, and possible. So, obliteration, why not? I mean, if you're going to go to war with somebody, why not just obliterate them? I can see the concept, and I can understand the point of view. Hey, we're big, we're bad, we're the bully, we're going to obliterate you. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that's pretty much what they said about it. Yeah, bring it on, come obliterate us. We will do the same to you. No. Anyway, war, it's coming. If you don't believe that war is coming, read the last book of the Bible. It's in there. If you don't believe in the Bible, there's other supposed prophets that have predicted this exact same thing. The most notable, Nostradamus, that comes to mind. I think that's how you say his name. Anyway, maybe. Anyway, yeah, you can look up predictions. It's been predicted by God, Jesus, everybody else that can make predictions. Everybody. It's being predicted now by, people on YouTube like me. Are we going to war? Yeah. Are we going to war today? I don't know. How about tomorrow? No. Don't know. Can't give you answers. If you come here looking for answers, you've come to the wrong place. All I give you is questions. But yeah, so let's talk about concepts of war. What happens if we go to war with let's just call it World War III. Russia, China, Iran, anybody else. I'm sure North Korea, they've been wanting to kill us all for years. I'm sure they would jump in for the opportunity. So we're looking at war on multiple fronts coming against us. And we, of course, have our allies, England, Canada, France. I don't know exactly who all our allies are. I don't pay attention to such things because what's the point? So, are we going to war? Yep, I keep saying it. We are. We're definitely going to war. You're pulling out of treaties. Russia, the United States, of course, blames Russia. They keep saying that Russia has been making weapons that violate the treaty for years, and Russia says, well, you just pulled out of the treaty, so now we're backing out of the treaty because we weren't doing that, but now we are because you are. So basically it's creating an arms race, and now we're all going to make as many long-range nuclear weapons as we can, as quickly as we can, so that if the other guy starts shooting them at us, we can shoot them back at them, right? And all it's going to take is somebody that, ooh, what's that red button do? Yeah, I know it's not that easy, but you know the general concept of one guy that makes the one wrong decision, and suddenly World War III, and we're all killing each other. So, concepts of World War III. let's just say it does happen and people start shooting nuclear weapons. Can you survive nuclear weapons? You could. Would you want to? Probably not. I made the video, of course, about fallout and things like that. Taking shelter, being underground is basically your best bet. Iodine, I forgot to mention it in that video, but of course it was in the comments a lot. Yeah, iodine, look it up. It works. But what about foreign invaders? Let's talk about foreign invaders. The possibility that somebody's going to invade, yeah, I said it right this time, invade the United States. When's the last time somebody invaded the United States? Actually, enemy soldiers stepped foot on United States soil. It was like in the 1700s, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I can't think of any other time it's happened. I'm pretty sure it hasn't, but if I'm wrong, let me know. But, yeah, people don't invade the United States. Why don't they have? We have more guns than anybody else on the planet. I mean, there's like 2 guns for almost every household. There's 400 registered firearms, or 400 million registered firearms. I don't know. It's the numbers in the millions of how many people own weapons in the United States, and that's just the ones that they know about. There's a lot of people that own guns that they don't know about. So what happens if you invade the United States? Let's just say you come through Virginia. You're going to end up fighting for every bit of ground? Not really. You're going to have a bunch of untrained hillbillies shooting guns at you. I mean, yeah, they're going to take a few of you with them, but if you're organized and you know what you're doing, that's not really going to slow you down. What happens when somebody invades? We learned a lot from D-Day. In case you don't know what D-Day is, that's when the United States invaded the beaches of Normandy. The United States and its allies, I should say. And what happened was we just dumped a whole bunch of troops on this beach that had emplacements sitting, way up there with automatic weapons that just cut people to pieces. The casualties were just insane that day. We learned a lot. So we don't do that no more. They don't do that either. What they do is they launch lots of missiles and bombs and they blow up the entire area before they land the troops on. They're not going to just walk onto the beach by your house and start shooting at you. No, that's not how things work anymore. They let's just say they clear the area first. Smart thing to do. Now, just a disclaimer, I have no, military general type experience like that. But I've read a lot of books. I know history. I know how war works. I could lead an army if I really wanted to. Of course I could. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Of course I could lead an army. Do I want to? No. The only thing I intend to lead is my family out of harm's way. If you live in a coastal state, prepare. Yeah, I'll make a different video on how to prepare. Like security measures, traps. I probably shouldn't tell you how to make pipe bombs, but, things like that might come in handy if foreign invaders show up. Okay, so we've talked about World War III, foreign invaders. Let's talk about something different. Now, Canada is our ally. We're pretty safe from Canada. We're sure that they're watching the northern areas, and if anybody tries to come through Canada, we know about it. What about Mexico? See, last time I heard of Mexico is Trump is ticking them off. He is, taxes and this and that, and all the supposed, immigration things and trying to build a wall and blah, 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 blah. And it's probably, if it was me, it would probably have ticked me off. If I was, a Mexican citizen of a Mexican in the United States, I'd probably be somewhat upset about that. So let's just say Russia and China, Russia has a lot of weapons. China has a lot of technology. They make Mexico an offer they can't refuse. Suddenly you have a Mexican army pushing up through Texas, Southern California. What are you going to do then? Texas cannot defend themselves against a Mexican army. Texas is going to get taken over. The United States has already committed most of its forces to fighting Russia, China, Iran, and anybody else that just wants to start bombing us. And what are you going to do when Mexico says, oh, guess what? We're going to take some territory. I mean, it's a possibility. I'm not going to say it could or it is going to happen, but of course it's a possibility. I mean, why not? If you see that there's a massive war, people are attacking the United States. The United States is, holding its own, but they can only hold their own for so long. Why wouldn't you take advantage of that and just invade? Take Texas back. The only resistance you really run into is maybe National Guard, maybe some off-duty military personnel, but, law enforcement, things like that. The biggest majority of resistances you're going to run into is a bunch of untrained Texans with guns. And untrained Texans, what are they going to defend the Alamo again? What happened last time? Seriously, untrained Texans with guns versus a Mexican army. I mean, yeah, we have tanks and stuff like that. So do they. We have air support. So do they. We have a lot of soldiers. but they'll be busy. Theirs won't. All right, so that's a possibility. If I was to invade the United States, where would I invade? I think I've covered this before. I would definitely not invade anywhere in the south along the Texas border, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, South Carolina. What happens if you invade, let's say, anywhere along the Gulf of Mexico from Florida to Texas? Anywhere. What happens is you have a whole lot of rednecks with guns that are going to shoot at you. I'm not going to invade there. Let's go over to Virginia, North Carolina, places like that. You know, Virginia, that's a tempting target. Would we invade there? No, 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 no. You have a whole bunch of hillbillies with guns that are willing to shoot at you. And let me tell you one thing. Hillbillies in Virginia, they're probably not going to like me, but I'm about to say this anyway. Hillbillies in Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, to them, Russian tastes like chicken. Don't go there. I would invade California. Why? Because all their guns are gone. They've basically turned into a bunch of little snowflakes and given up all their guns. So why not? Easy target. They'll all run away anyway, right? It's like, okay, I won't say it. I was going to mention France, but I'm not going to. Anyway, yeah. So I think we're well on the brink of World War III. It's probably going to happen. There's probably going to be nuclear weapons involved. There is a lot of information online about how to prepare for a nuclear war, how to prepare for radiation, how to, you know, make preparations now. Get everything you need in place now. Make sure you have some sort of bug out location. And in your bug out location, you need some sort of shelter that can shield you from fallout, nuclear radiation, things like that. So what kind of shelter you can build is anything concrete or brick on the ground. Best idea is dig a hole. I mean, if you have a shovel and you have some muscles, get to it. That's my suggestion. Dig a hole, climb in it if you have to. Store stuff in it. You're going to want, you know, months worth of food. Water. Don't forget the water. Prepare now. Physical fitness. Prepare your body. Can you run a mile with a pack on? You're going to drop your pack and run? What are you going to do when you get there if you don't have nothing now? I mean, yeah. It's coming. It really does look like it's coming. The war. So, you know, that's my thoughts on it. Russia and China, if they decide that they've had enough of us, and they are threatening that already, that they've had enough of us, and we're threatening everyone around them and all their friends. I mean, inevitability. It's coming eventually. Why do we have war? Why are we having this war? Resources. We're running out of food. The global economy is collapsing. Like literally right now. Global economy. I'm not just the United States. Of course, you're not going to see it in your local town right now because you're still going to work and you can still go to the grocery store and get food. So you're not really seeing hardship at the moment. It is coming. So that's why we're fighting the war. We need resources. It's not just about oil. It's now about oil, food, water, overpopulation. If you wipe out a couple of whole countries of people, there's a lot more to go around when it comes to resources. Now, sure, you're destroying a lot of the land with radiation, but you know what? We have suits, radiation suits. We can still go in there and get the oil. We really can. We will. Trust me. We'll go get the oil. We'll get the food. We'll get whatever we can get after we've obliterated people. So the concept is, but they say the same thing about us. After they obliterate us, they're going to come take all of our land. They're going to start farming our fields. You know, they're just going to get rid of us. They're going to obliterate us. That's the plan. Everybody's going to obliterate everyone. It's a fun word, isn't it? Obliterate. It's stupid. It's just ignorant human stupidity. Kill them to take what they have. That's the whole thing. And there's a lot of people who will disagree with that. That, you know, they did it first and they believe government propaganda. It's just propaganda. Propaganda has been flying around for years. It comes out of your TV. You hear it on YouTube. You hear it everywhere you go. It's in the newspapers. If you still read those things, it's online everywhere. Propaganda. That they did this, so we have to respond. What are we, the police? We're the world police? Not anymore. Not according to Russia and China. They've had enough of us. Understandable. I mean, have you had enough of the government yet? How many American citizens are just fed up with it too? At what point do we just say no more when they're trying to start World War III? At what point do we just say no? Stop and make them? Grim. It's grim. Are we all going to die? Of course we are. We just don't know when. Not today. Hopefully. Maybe. I don't know. You know, it's a dangerous job I do. Could happen any day. Better upload my video before it happens, right? So, let's think on it. World War III, it's coming. That's my opinion. If I'm wrong, I hope so. But if I'm wrong, you can tell me I am. I won't mind. See you later.